Good Wednesday morning. Thanks for stopping by Garden State Weather and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, your source for weather information for the northern mid-Atlantic 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this fifth day of March 2014. Morning surface analysis shows plenty of mid and upper level cloud cover across the region this morning. It's chilly, but it's a little warmer than it was yesterday morning at this time. Temperatures are generally running in the upper teens to the low and mid 20s across just about the entire region, with a light wind and basically just cloudy skies across the region this morning. Morning surface chart from weatherroanoke.com. A digital atmosphere software shows a weak trough, a backdoor cold front moving through the region this morning. And there's not much moisture associated with, but some of this moisture up here in southern New England could get down through the region. A few flakes or light flurries across the region during this afternoon and evening before all of this begins to clear out. We have another wave approaching the Great Lakes region in this very fast-moving west to east flow. The system here with plenty of rain and clouds and even some light freezing precipitation here off the North Carolina coast. This is all going to be lifting to the north and east as high pressure builds in across the region during today, keeping this precipitation shield to our north, but strengthening the north to northeast wind along the coastline during this afternoon. As a result of that, we see the clouds beginning to build into the area. We have small craft advisories here. If we can pull this up here, we do. Small craft advisories are in effect for basically northeast winds at 10 to 20 knots, gust up to 30 knots, seas 4 to 7 feet, except 2 to 4 feet on the lower Delaware Bay. The timing of the strongest wind should be near or shortly after midnight tonight. There could be some light freezing spray that develops over parts of the waters for a time near daybreak on Thursday as the colder subfreezing air arrives on the gusty northeast wind. And the visible satellite this morning shows the plethora of mid and high level clouds across the region. Here's the stream of moisture with the southern system here off getting organized off of the southeastern United States coast. This is lifting to the north and east, and some of the cloud debris and moisture from this in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere is advecting into our region, but no precipitation from this today as a backdoor cold front will slice down through the region. Here's our precipitation shield across the Carolinas right now. Some of this on the northern edge is frozen. There's also a little bit of freezing precipitation being reported in the Delmarva region this morning, mostly just some light freezing rain. And here is the moisture associated with the backdoor cold front, which some of the modeling still suggests is going to come south and east across the region during this morning and this afternoon. Here's the simulated radar for today. The clouds coming in and basically winning out as that backdoor cold front slides through. Some of the modeling indicating a little bit of light snow flurries. Most of this won't be reaching the ground, but some of it could touch the ground in a few spots during this afternoon. High resolution RAP, or high resolution rapid refresh model, the HRR, or HRRR. High resolution rapid refresh shows some of the cloud debris here from off the Carolina coast advecting in, and that moves away in clearing skies with some high level clouds across the region during this afternoon, and then the backdoor cold front comes through with just a few sprinkles and generally clearing skies off during late tonight. For the aviational weather deck, we have basically VFR conditions across the forecast region today. 28 degrees at Newark this morning. The wind is west at 5, visibility 10 miles, overcast at 25,000. There'll be some broken ceilings this morning, and then again during this afternoon as well. And then by tonight, early tomorrow morning, the winds will be from the northeast at 15, gust up to 20 knots. A little choppy and chilly outside as the backdoor cold front comes through and a storm system exits to our east from off the ocean. A few clouds at 6,000, otherwise scattered clouds at 15,000. And then for tomorrow morning, basically a northeast wind dropping off at about 10 knots near sunrise. Scattered clouds at about 25,000 feet, basically VFR conditions. For Philadelphia, same thing. It's basically overcast right now at about 25,000 feet. Temperatures 23, visibility 10 miles. And same kind of thing. Scattered clouds during this afternoon. Broken ceilings at 12,000. Scattered to broken tonight. Winds out of the north at about 12 knots, dying down to about out of the northeast at about 10 knots or so tomorrow, with some scattered to broken ceilings and basically VFR flying conditions. And the weather continues cold. The NAM 2 meter temperatures here today probably remaining in the low to the mid-30s across the region before the cold front comes through. Temperatures drop down again tonight into the single digits northwest and teens to low 20s basically everywhere else. They recover a little bit tomorrow but remain basically in the mid to the upper 20s as colder air winds out. High pressure moves off the coast. and the air mass begins to modify. By Friday afternoon, temperatures could be in the mid to upper 30s in the north, and temperatures could approach the mid and upper 40s, closer to near normal across central southern New Jersey and the Delmarva region on Friday afternoon. And latest run from the GFS model shows the high pressure in control of our region. With high pressure remains in control of our weather with cold air damming, and this system coming up the coast should remain again offshore. As it does so, we get a northeast wind and onshore flow here on Saturday, and a return to milder air as the western edges of this might clip the southern regions of the Delmarva. It's possible that some of this begins to shift even a little bit further close to the coast. It'll be warm though if it occurs, and it'll be in the form of rain. And basically a large northwest flow here, big broad area of high pressure builds across the central plains, and maybe a little bit of a disturbance in the flow on the polar jet here, moving in during the day on Saturday night and Sunday as a backdoor cold front comes through, and that disturbance races off the coast. It's a little bit less now in the forecast than it was yesterday, so very little in the way of precipitation, and basically high pressure in control. A clipper system may approach the region during Monday morning and pass by. There could just be a little bit of precipitation to our north across the Hudson Valley in central Connecticut. That could be in the form of some snow, some very light snow. And here comes another clipper during the day on Tuesday. That begins to minor out as it moves off the New England coast. And then we wait for isentropic lift and this split flow pattern to develop during the day on Wednesday morning. And this said moisture is then expected to reach the mid-Atlantic coast states by very late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. And if this were to occur, some freezing precipitation could start out during Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, and then transition to basically rain showers as the system moves off the coast. And last night's 500 millibar 8 to 10 day mean average of the height anomalies here from both all of them, Euro model, the GFS, and the CMC. I need more coffee this morning. Continues to show the area of low pressure south of the Aleutian Islands, a positive ridge axis here of PNA. This is a negative EPO, negative WPO pattern here in the northern Pacific, and this stream of moisture in this split flow continues to ride and spill south across the central plains as storm systems undercut this. Some of this still showing some activity around the Hawaiian Islands or south of the Hawaiian Islands. This would be the subtropical jet here. It's showing up on pretty much all the modeling here. And we find our polar vortex now getting into portions of northern Europe, or just to the south of northern Europe into Nova Scotia. So basically with this kind of configuration, basic trough and cold air continues in the means here on all averages here. This would take us through the middle of the month. So there's not much of a warm-up coming, and so therefore you're going to continue to need to bundle up. For Garden State Weather and gardenstateweather.blogspot.com, I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a great Wednesday, and we'll be back bright and early with you in video form on Thursday.